Out of eyes tryna put me on a t-shirt. Shorty want me so bad, do your knees hurt? Yeah, I'm counting paper guap in my beamer.
Guys, Tohat Andy here with Zelo Analysis and Theory. So we have started a new series known as Anime Controversies. Here we'll be talking about various anime discussion debates happening in the community. Today we'll be talking about Sanji versus Zoro debate. So after chapter number 1028, we have to reconsider this debate because Sanji have got some new powers, super strength and super recovery speed. So before starting this debate, I would like to introduce you to Zolo. And hi Zolo, would you like to give us some thoughts about this debate?
Yeah, hi, Straw Hat Andy. It's actually Zelo and not Roronoa Zoro's translation name. It's actually Zelo Analysis and Theories. And thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, same, same for me. So, what do you think about this Zoro versus Sanji debate? In which side do you?
Yeah, look, every person has their favorites, and my favorite is definitely Zoro. But the thing is, I think the whole debate is stupid. Sanji's character, it serves one purpose in the plot. Zoro's character, it serves another purpose in the plot. And I think that Nico Robin has put this statement, in a very well-versed manner, that Zoro and Sanji, they are two wings of the future Pirate King. So both of them have their role to play. So any toxic discussion, that Sanji is better, Zoro is better, I think it's stupid. It's definitely fun to have some rivalry in the series and some discussions, but they shouldn't turn too toxic. So definitely I'll be stating my opinion why I think Zoro is a bit better than Sanji, but I'm also a Sanji fan, so that doesn't mean that I think Sanji is completely dog shit or something. Sanji has his own advantages and disadvantages, and Zoro has his own disadvantages and advantages. That's what I think.
यार ये लाइन ना अपन को लास्ट में रखनी चाहिए जब पॉडकास्ट खत्म कर रहे हो तब ये तू लाइन पूरी
लेकिन
बोलेगा ना
अच्छी इतना लंबा मत खींचा, मैं अभी अभी डेंटिस्ट के यहाँ से होके आया हूँ, मैं मुंह में वैसे ही दर्द हो
ये
रहा है.
लास्ट रीटेक कर लेते हैं और ये लाइन तो अपनी ना लास्ट में बोल देना
मेरी ओपिनियन ही है, मैंने तेरे को कहा ना
नहीं
ऑर्गेनिक रहने दे.
ओपिनियन तो ये तो फिर मैं तुझसे क्वेश्चन ही स्टार्ट करता हूँ
हाँ,
एज अ क्वेश्चन ही स्टार्ट करता हूँ
तो
और
ये
ये
पूछना
वाली
कि
लाइन अपन लास्ट में बोलेंगे
तू देख क्वेश्चंस लिख के रखा कर, तेरे को पॉडकास्ट करना नहीं आता. तू मुझसे ये पूछ कि मतलब व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट सांजीज पावर नाउ after the Germa powers have activated? What do you
अगली बार
think?
मैं लिख कर रहा हूँ पहली पिछली बार वो फ्लो में हो गया था तो मैं ध्यान नहीं
लिख,
दिया
इस मैं कह रहा हूँ सांजी की पावर के बारे में पूछ,
हम्म,
ठीक है. और ये पूछ कि जोरो की कॉन्करस हाकी और सांजी की जर्मा पावर के इज इट कंपेरेबल, ये पूछ, ठीक है. फिर
सांची के बाद भी
लूफी,
कौन कर रहा है
यार चूती बने की बातें मत कर, जब आए तब बोलना. अभी कुछ भी नहीं है उसके पास, ना मिलने वाली उसको, ठीक है.
हाँ,
और ठीक है, और एक ये पूछ तू कि क्या कहते हैं, लूफी, जोरो और सांजी के पावर लेवल्स में कितना फर्क है, ये पूछ. यामाटो और सांजी में ज्यादा पावरफुल कौन है, ये पूछ.
ओके ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है
ठीक है.
ठीक है लास्ट लास्ट एक बार चालू करूंगा और मैं पूछूंगा सबसे पहले सम कॉमन क्वेश्चंस सब कॉमन क्वेश्चन से चालू करेंगे कॉमन क्वेश्चन पहला क्वेश्चन ये होगा तो रोल ऑफ सांजी एंड जोरो इन द
रोल सांजी एंड जोरो एंड में कर, ये एंड में इसका आंसर.
ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है
जो मैं तेरे को क्वेश्चन बोल रहा हूँ वो पूछ.
ओके इवान इस बार से याद था So, hey guys, go ahead Andy here with Zelu Analysis and Theory. So today we are starting a new podcast series known as Anime Conspiracies. Here we'll be talking about some huge conspiracies and debates going along in the community for a huge time. So today we are going to talk about Sanji and Zoro debate. So hi Zelo.
Yeah, hi Sohar Andy, thank you for having me over. It's a pleasure to be here.
Pleasure for me too. So I will start this debate by asking you a question that what do you think after chapter number 1028, Sanji got some new strengths, super recovery and super strength. After that, is the power that Zoro gained, like Enma and Conqueror's Haki, has Sanji been able to catch up to Zoro?
That's a great question. First of all, I'm this week's chapter was so amazing, so amazing. and it was being teased for so long that Sanji will get some of his Jama powers back. Especially since the moment he said that something's wrong with me, something's happening with me, there's something underneath my skin, something along those lines. So I was very excited to see what happens, and that panel with Sanji's disabled bones, and suddenly all of the bones they just healed. It was so amazing. I love that chapter so much, and I'm very excited to see Sanji's future prospects in the pirate world. About the comparison between Zoro and Sanji. So yes, Zoro did get an amazing sword, Enma, and many people they said that it's like Zoro has gotten a magic sword or a magic wand or something that has indefinitely boosted his power. And there were many conspiracies as well that Odin's haki might be inside that. But since the Weaver cards they came out, they clearly stated that Enma projects Zoro's haki outside. So there's nothing of that Odin matter anymore. So that's great. But Zoro has also gotten Conqueror's haki. Now I think Sanji's power up is amazing as it gives Sanji durability. And one of Luffy's biggest problem has been durability because, as you know, when he started using second gear, the biggest disadvantage was loss of life. And afterwards, when he learned to properly use the second gear, it was fourth gear, and again it was loss of life and bodily damage. So the power to recover one's injuries is quite amazing, specifically in this world. And we have seen in Marineford that Luffy has lost multiple years of his life, I think even decades, just because he used Ivankov's power during the Marineford arc. So that definitely puts Sanji, up a notch, from Luffy and Zoro when it comes to durability. But when we talk about power, then I think that I think that Luffy and Zoro they are in a league of their own because we need to consider what their personalities and goals are as well. Luffy wants to be the pirate king, and being the pirate king, it involves everything. Being the bigger fighter, dominating others, conquerors haki. That's the whole essence of it. To stand above everybody else. And Zoro wants to be the world's strongest swordsman. The word strong comes in here. There's the word strength. It's only present in Zoro's goal. So I don't think that strength is something that Sanji can get simply by getting infinite durability. Power is a completely different concept. For example, in the Dragon Ball series, if someone were to wish that oh Shenron, I want to be immortal, that doesn't mean that that person can beat any other person. Sanji is definitely strong, but I think that Luffy and Zoro both they are in a league of their own.
Okay, we will come back to Wano. But before going back to Wano, I would like to state something that should we consider strength as the only point uh, in the crew for being someone after Luffy or someone being more important? So here we are trying to discuss which one is more important and which one is like more important to the crew at the crucial moment. And Sanji has proven many times in both in Alabasta arc and Enemy's Lobby arc by saving them as Mr. Prince, and in
Yeah, absolutely.
Enemy's Lobby by opening the huge gate so that they can escape from the
Yep.
world government's clutch.
Yeah,
But
Sanji has been one of the biggest assets.
and it I don't think I don't know that Zoro has done something like this, or the
Yeah,
only
Zoro has traditionally been a fighter actually, and Sanji has been more useful, in other matters. Definitely.
maybe Sanji's according to you Sanji's less
Yeah,
strength can be
I think.
overcompensated by his use of his brain during
Yeah,
these crucial
let's
moments.
just forget the fact that he ran away to Whole Cake Island because he thought that his parents chef Zeph was in danger and Baratie was in danger. If we forget that fact that he ran away, then I think Sanji was absolutely more useful than Zoro. His power, Zoro is definitely stronger, but Sanji isn't that lacking in power. Sanji is, I think he's strong enough to defeat, Yonko's first mate. Zoro is definitely. I think that at the end of the series, Luffy is going to surpass Gold Roger, and Zoro will be at the strength of Gold Roger. And I think Sanji's strength will be, equivalent to Rayleigh's, or I think Whitebeard would be more better. I think these three men, they're going to cross some boundaries that we haven't, seen anyone cross ever. So Sanji doesn't lack that much strength, and definitely has given so much to the crew, as you stated in Enies Lobby and in Alabasta. But the thing is, again, he ran away at a very crucial point of the story. Luffy had to face a Yonko, and he didn't trust Luffy enough. He thought that Baratie would be gone. He didn't trust in Luffy. He didn't put his trust in Luffy that they could go all the way back to East Blue just to save his adoptive father and everything else. Luffy said that I would go to any length for my crew. So that's the only negative thing, about Sanji. Otherwise, if we were to ignore that thing about Sanji running away and Sanji hitting Luffy in the face, and breaking his tooth, then definitely I think that Sanji is better than Zoro. But due to that fact, I think Zoro's position is unrivaled.
Well, I don't think we can say Sanji going with Big Mom Pirates in Zoar called as running away. First of all, in Zoar, Jack had already attacked the clan and nearly destroyed them. They were merely saved by Chopper. And Sanji alone could have fought with them. Maybe obviously would have defeated them. I don't remember someone as strong
Yeah,
as
but
Chopper could have.
yeah. I think he might have, but I think Jack was gone by then.
Yeah, Jack was gone
Jack,
by then, but he thought that okay, another boy with another Yonko crew would not be the people in Zoo would not be able to come back from this. They're merely able to survive after the attack from Jack. Could they also survive this attack? So he had to think, okay, about the people in Zoo and his crew, Nami, Chopper, Brook, about his crew, and also about his chef mates in East Blue.
yeah,
I don't think it can be
I,
called running away. If you're
I
calling this
understand
running
all
away,
that, but the thing is, in Dressrosa, Sanji was the acting captain, of the Going Sunny. Luffy entrusted Sanji with his crewmates, and he asked Sanji to wait for him at Zoo. And instead of waiting, Sanji, he dropped his responsibility, and that's a bad thing. That's not a right thing. And Oda calls it the Twirly Hat Crew. For the moment when Zoro and Luffy weren't on the ship, they call it the Twirly Hat Crew. So I think Sanji definitely ran away from his responsibility.
yeah, you're calling sacrificing himself uh,
Yeah,
running
I'm sure
away.
his personal matters were important. I am not saying that that he did the completely wrong thing. I understand his position, but in terms of loyalty, I think definitely Zoro wins because he did drop his responsibility. He was supposed to take care of the crew until Luffy and the other guys they reunited, and then he could have gone. Then he should have asked permission, from his captain, that captain, I need to do this. Please let me go.
So you
Only
think that
then.
Big Mom Pirates would have waited? Okay, we'll wait until Luffy arrives.
You really think that Capone gang wedge had is stronger than Sanji? You
No, I
think
don't
that
think they are
he
stronger
could
than
put Sanji
Sanji,
hostage?
but the German.
Because honestly, I think that Sanji, Nami, and the 50% of the Straw Hat crew that was there also, they could have easily defeated all the Big Bomb pirates that were present, including Pecoms, including Gangbetch, including all his crewmates, Vito, and all those guys. I think it was Sanji thought that no, I have no choice here. I need to go there. That's why Sanji went. That he could have easily, beat them all up and threw them into the sea or something. Sanji is that strong. And I think that's one reason why Sanji doesn't have Conqueror's Haki. Because he easily submitted, they threatened him, and he was like, oh no, I don't want that to happen. If Luffy and Zoro were there, I think certainly things would have been different.
Okay, Sanji is powerful than the that time Big Mom crew, but I don't think Bartia group, Zeph's crew, was stronger than Jelma Double Six, who are holding them on at gunpoint and threatening Sanji if he does not arrive in Whole Cake Island, the Zeph will be killed by them. So to save them, he had to go. Just like Robin at that time tried to save her crew and had to go with world government. If you're calling Sanji,
Listen. Capone Gang Badge was there to invite Sanji to his own wedding. The only way any information would reach Big Mom was if some of them got away. Sanji could have beaten them up. Sanji could have tied them up. And they would be prisoners, and there would be no way to contact Big Mom. And Big Mom was, she would be waiting that, hey, what happened to those guys? And definitely she
obviously
would
Big
only
Mom would know
she
after a month.
she would only attack Baratie after Capone Gang Badge would confirm that yes, this guy is not coming. Go and attack. And by that time, Big Mom realized that her underlings were captured. I think Luffy and the other Straw Hats would have arrived at Zoo.
Yeah, they arrived at Zoe and Big Mom have called her crew had called Germa to
And also,
eliminate Zeph's crew. So
Zeph is no child. Zeph can protect himself.
yeah, I don't think he can defeat Germa Double Six. Someone from New
No,
World
of
can
course
be
he
defeated
can't.
by someone.
Of course he can't defeat Germa Double Six. And he wasn't being targeted by Germa Double Six directly. It was Big Mom. But I think that's a lot of what ifs. That if this would have happened and that would have happened. I think the whole thing could have been prevented, and Sanji could have simply put trust in Luffy. That Luffy's gonna come and Luffy's gonna fix this. But he
Okay,
didn't.
to leave
That's
this point
that's my
towards.
point of view.
Okay, so my next question is: will Sanji get his hands on get to fight a Yonko in this Wano battle?
Will Sanji get to fight a Yonko? See, the thing is that Kaido is already preoccupied with so many people. Of course, we will now get to see Luffy versus Kaido, the 1v1, And earlier there was Yamato that had to fight Kaido. Kaido already had, his skirmish with Zoro. And Momo is also there in the picture. There can be a dragon versus dragon. So I think there are too many people lined up to fight against Kaido. There's also Eustace Kid. I think Eustace Kid said at one point of time that he was gonna take Kaido's head. So I think that is more probable than Sanji fighting Kaido. But if Sanji were to fight a Yonko, it could have been Big Mom. But then again, there's this thing that Sanji doesn't fight ladies. So I think that unless Sanji finds some way to find Big Mom, but she's a lady, if he thinks that no, Big Mom is a monster, no, she's not a lady, then maybe he might fight Big Mom. But other than that, I don't think that he's going to fight any Yonko in this arc. In the future, maybe, definitely.
So I'll be going little bit off topic here. So I
Yeah.
want to ask that Sanji, okay, right now I can say that okay, Sanji will be able to defeat Queen quite easily. And if not so, he still have super recovery strength. So he can
Yeah.
recover from.
I won't call it easy because I think we saw Sanji get defeated by Queen. It was his Germa powers that gave him a second chance. So I wouldn't call it easy. But yeah, Sanji is definitely gonna win. That's how the plot will move forward. But I wouldn't call it easy. Beating King and Queen, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. But I'm sure they will win.
No, my question was that in
Yeah.
chapter number 1028, we learned that okay, world government is also coming to attack Wano if Luffy succeeds in defeating Kaido,
Yeah,
and
they're
their
going
main
for the
purpose is
annexation.
to
Annex
uh,
Wano.
yes, main purpose is to annex Wano and capture Nico Robin. So,
Yeah.
judging from the past arcs in One Piece, that every time in this situation where main villain is defeated by Luffy, uh,
Yeah.
the crew is somehow surrounded by another big problem, like in
Yeah.
Enies Lobby by world government, uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
various commanders. So will Sanji play an important role in this time also, so that they can escape from the clutches of world
Yeah.
government again?
Yeah, I definitely see some potential there because in the recent Weaver cards, Sanji's role in the crew is not just that of a cook, but also the military advisor of the Straw Hat Pirates. So when the Navy comes, and we don't know if it's the Navy, if it's the rest of the CP0, or maybe if it's the SSG, the Super Science Group. That's coming for Wano. We need to. I think we'll find out soon. But when they do come, we know that the alliance will be tired and they'll be injured, and definitely they won't have enough strength to beat them one on one. So the first thing that comes into our minds is reinforcements. But we have already had so many reinforcements come. We have Marco, we have Izo, we have the Scabbards, we have the Samurai. So the only thing lacking, here in the reinforcement section, it's the Grand Fleet. So if they do come, maybe there might be a possibility that the Grand Fleet, might end up in a face-off. But I don't think that Oda will play that card yet. I think the Grand Fleet is reserved for the final war.
Final war.
Yeah, I think that, but still, it's worth mentioning, this here. And also another thing that I would like to mention, it's a bit technical, but this year I think we'll be getting, till chapter 1034. I think that's the amount of chapters we are going to get this year. And Oda in a convention said that in 2021 we were going to see Shanks make his move. So I was just wondering, maybe, just maybe, that Luffy finishes off Kaido, and Eustace Kid and Law. Maybe they finish off Big Mom, or maybe it's a draw, and everything is finishing up, and the Navy attack, and suddenly the Red-Head pirates show up. So these are the two best possibilities that come up in my mind. Or there's been talk that maybe Blackbeard shows up, takes Kaido's fruit. I don't see that happening, because I definitely think that the post-Wano transition is going to be towards Big Mom. Luffy said that he was going to defeat Big Mom, and I think that's the next step. Big Mom will be defeated by Luffy as well, and maybe Big Mom will defeat Eustace Kid and Law. Maybe it will be a draw, but Luffy's next step will be defeating Big Mom.
Yeah, I also think that without any external reinforcement, Luffy
Yeah,
Mugiwara
the
would
alliance
not be able.
doesn't. Yeah, the
Sorry,
alliance
yeah.
doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, yeah. Alliance, maybe Alliance stand a chance, but they will not be able to save Nico Robin because both Cypher Pole Zero and Big Mom are trying to get Nico
Yeah,
Robin.
yeah. Another thing I would like to point out is that every member of the Straw Hat Pirates is injured.
Yeah,
Jinbei was shot repeatedly during his fight with Who's Who, and Frankie's a sturdy cyborg, but even he was injured during his fight with us. Even though he's very sturdy, Frankie, and he was eager to help Zoro out in his fight with King, but still he was very injured. And Nami and Usopp, they are not that powerful, and even they are injured. Everybody is injured. Zoro has broken bones. Sanji has broken bones. God knows what's inside Luffy's how many broken bones are inside Luffy's body. They're made out of rubber, so he probably doesn't care. But still, so the thing is, the only person that is not injured right now, it's Brook, and Oda has intentionally paired Brook with Nico Robin, and he has been simply acting as a support. So I think the sole reason that Brook hasn't been paired in any big fights is to protect Nico Robin. Nico Robin herself is a force to be reckoned with, right? She can
yeah,
protect herself, but still, if they were to catch off guard, we have Robin's Nakama Brook right there, and I think he would play a big role, in in preventing Nico Robin's capturing. I think that Nico Robin is not going to be captured at any cost.
what I suspect is after Kaido is being defeated and when Big Mom sees okay, world government is also here to
Hmm.
capture Wano Kingdom.
Yeah,
Maybe she will try to run away with Nico Robin, and we all know about her fascination with Brooke, how fascinated she is
yeah,
about Brooke.
definitely.
Maybe she
That's
captures
definitely possible.
both of them, and Luffy also promised Katakuri that he will come again to
Yeah,
Wano to Whole Cake Island
b-
to defeat Big Mom. Maybe
yeah,
this can be the reason Luffy go
yeah.
again
Maybe,
to.
maybe. Big Mom kidnapping someone from the Straw Hat crew. It's been a fan favorite. Theory. Some people think that maybe Big Mom will kidnap Usopp. Before this whole Onigashima raid, Usopp was sitting with Nami in this village, and he was saying that, hey, if I get captured, I'll speak I'll tell the enemy everything. I won't stand a chance against the enemies and their torture and everything. So maybe Usopp will get captured, and maybe Usopp will be the key to Big Mom, getting into Elbaf. Because there's this giant commonality between, no pun intended, between Big Mom and Usopp. Maybe Big Mom gets Robin, and that's the reason Luffy chases after them, and that would be a little bit unique, I guess, because Nico Robin has only been captured by the government and not by any pirate till now.
Yeah, Nico.
So
Big Mom was constantly also asking Kaido about the Red Poneglyph, Road Poneglyph.
Yeah.
before the
Or,
war began. So
or
maybe she
maybe
also took with.
another possibility is that Kaido actually beats Luffy, and because if it's a 1v1, you always bet on Kaido, and things are wrapping up. Big Mom has beaten Law and Kid, and they're about to say that yes, we have won, and that at that instant Kaido is as Kaido is as he has this weak moment. Okay, he's very injured. Luffy has got it's a very close call fight between Luffy and Kaido. So Big Mom can easily use that opportunity to actually betray Kaido, and maybe go for the killing blow and steal all his
Yeah, would not
ancient weapon
like if
material.
Oda pulls a Game of Thrones season 8 on us and in one
Yeah,
episode.
exactly.
Like,
I see that as a big possibility. People keep saying that Blackbeard will come in and steal his fruit and everything, but they don't forget that we have a big devil already present at Wano, and that's Big Mom. Kaido is injured. Kaido is almost dead. We saw Luffy and Kaido, they stand, shoulder to shoulder, head to head. If Kaido wins, it will be by a hair. So at that moment, Big Mom can easily overpower Kaido.
yeah, that can be a possibility, but no one
Yeah,
wants
fingers
another
crossed.
season 8,
Yeah,
another Game
let's see
of
what
Thrones season 8.
happens.
Uh, and one more thing that what do you think after Yamato? We all know, okay, now it's almost confirmed that Yamato is going to join Straw Hat crew. After Yamato
Yeah,
comes into a Straw Hat crew, what will be the power equation?
the power equation. Yeah, that's the definitely an interesting topic, because the thing is in
Because
Roger's crew there were many Conqueror Saki users, and they were ranked
and
like
right now only Luffy and Yamato can properly use their Conqueror Haki.
no, 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 no. Yamato can't use her Conqueror Saki properly.
No, no, he
It's
can after in I think 1025 chapter where Yamato clashed Kaido. The clash was similar to how Luffy clashed with Kaido. Both of
yeah.
their weapons were not touching.
I think it's my opinion that Yamato doesn't know how to use advanced Conqueror's Haki. The Conqueror's Haki was just leaking, and if you see, the panels before Luffy realized that he could coat his armament Haki with Conqueror's Haki. Even then, when Luffy was fighting Kaido, his Conqueror's Haki it leaked out. So I think it's the same case with Yamato. No, I think the only person who has been using an advanced version of Conqueror's Haki without realizing it is Zoro, and he uses that in the form of Ashura. Only
With the
that
help
too.
of Enma. I think
Yeah,
Enma played a huge role.
no, 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 no. Because Ashura was used way back in Enies Lobby, and I think Ashura is a manifestation of his Conqueror's Haki. Enma definitely plays a role in boosting his power, in boosting his Haki, but not Conqueror's Haki. It boosts his armament Haki and Conqueror's Haki on an equal level. It's a big boost to him, but Enma doesn't play any role in him using Conqueror's Haki. It just brings all kinds of Haki out. So it's not specifically boosting Conqueror Saki, but I think Zoro is the only person who is using advanced Conquerors and doesn't realize it. And about Sanji and Yamato, Yamato has Conqueror Saki, but I still think that Sanji will be more powerful than Yamato. And the only reason Zoro will be more powerful than Sanji is because I think he's a secondary protagonist, of One Piece in Oda's eyes. If there's one person Oda loves, it's Luffy, and if there are two people that Oda loves, it's Luffy and Zoro. So, if we talk about the third person, it's definitely Sanji. For that reason only, for the author's favoritism, I think it's going to be Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and then Yamato. Even if Sanji doesn't end up getting Kakurosaki,
Yeah,
and I think
obviously
Sanji
in the
won't get. I think Sanji shouldn't get Kakurosaki because I don't think he shows the quality of a conqueror's, of a conqueror. Specifically because of the fact that he got intimidated by Big Mom and German 66 when they threatened to the whole Barate fiasco and all. That's my personal opinion.
yeah, that's obvious that okay, Sanji and Zoro and Luffy will be the monster trio. But what I wanted that maybe for a few hours the power equation may be misbalanced because of Yamato. Just like it was in before Wano arc where everybody thought that okay, Zoro is more powerful than Luffy. There might be a clash between both of them. There were
Yeah,
many theories about it. I think that for a few arcs or for one more arc until they reach Elbaf, there could be a misbalance in the whole power equation, being Yamato after Luffy, and
Look,
then Zoro and Sanji.
the thing is,
That could be a possibility.
the thing is, earlier, when matchups happened, we saw that, like for example, in Eni's lobby, Rob Lucci was at a completely different level, and all the other CP9 agents, they were at a considerably lower level. But as the plot is moving forward, we see that these levels, they're getting a bit mismatched. If you take a look at Black Maria's bounty, or Page One's bounty, or Alti's bounty, and who's bounty, we see that even someone like Frankie is capable of beating a captain of the New World. So definitely all of the Straw Hat crew, it's too powerful. And I think in after Wano, the future of One Piece, there's going to be so much chaos. And Oda has said that there will be a big war. So when a war happens, there are no 1v1s. It's just pure chaos. So I don't think power levels are gonna matter that much unless you are in a 1v1. It's going to be all chaos. So I think the our perspective is going to be too skewed, in order to power scale the Straw Hats. But yeah, I definitely think that Sanji is still going to be more powerful than Yamato. Yamato is going to be extremely strong, but I don't think that we should be doing any power scaling now. The only reason I think Sanji is going to be strong is because of Oda's favoritism. That's that.
And about the Sanji not getting Conquer Haki, I don't think
Yeah.
your point is being correct. Conquer Haki means you have a very strong willpower, and Sanji has also shown some very strong willpower by not attacking women, even if his life is in danger.
Yeah,
Both in
I
Wano
think
Kingdom
I
and
think
maybe
willpower
this
is just haki. I think willpower is just haki. Whereas
someone with very
conquerors
strong
haki is
Haki.
to overpower others with your will, and Sanji doesn't overpower others. Sanji got overpowered in Zo, by Big Mom and Germa 66 will. That's the only. But otherwise, even if Sanji gets conquerors haki, I am a Sanji fan as well. No, I would welcome that.
Yeah, also, like we should think that okay, Luffy's crew at least should be at par with Roger's crew. And in Roger's crew, Roger had Conquer Haki, Odin had Conquer Haki, Rayleigh had Conquer Haki, and I
Even
think
Scopper Gaban.
Scopper Gaban also had Conquer Haki. And
Yeah, and
Sanji is quite equivalent to Scopper Gaban in
yeah,
Roger's
but
crew.
if Momonosuke ends up joining the crew, I think that Momo might have Conqueror's Haki.
No, someone as weak as Momo might take some
No, 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 no.
time.
Because you see, Conqueror's Haki, it's definitely a genetic thing. We have seen this pattern. I even have a video on my channel regarding to this. You see, every Yonko has has a son or a daughter or whatever that has Conqueror's Haki. Big Mom has Katakuri, Kaido has Yamato. Probably Garp has Conqueror's Haki because he could go toe to toe to Roger. And then probably Dragon. He might have Conqueror's Haki, and now Luffy has Conqueror's Haki. It's pretty safe to assume that Garp has Conqueror's Haki because he hasn't eaten any devil fruit, and he used to fight with the likes of Whitebeard and Roger. So it's definitely, I think it's 80% confirmed that he has Conqueror's Haki, and Luffy has Conqueror's Haki. You see another genetic lineage here, then with Kaido and Yamato and Katakuri and Big Mom. So I think there's definitely a genetic factor playing a role here, and since Odin had Conquerors, I think Momo might be want to get Conquerors as well.
Your comment might upset many Sanji fans, but I still think that Sanji will get a Conquer Haki.
I
Oda will
hate
not
this
going to
pattern.
disappoint.
This is a pattern that I don't like. Conqueror's Haki being genetic. I don't like it at all. But these are the facts. They're just plain facts, and this is a pattern that I'm noticing, and I don't necessarily like it. But I think it might be a big possibility.
Let's see.
Yeah, fingers
So
crossed.
we'll end our debate. Any final comments?
Yeah, I think in the start of our discussion, this was more of a Sanji versus Zoro matter. So I would just like to say, Sanji is awesome, Zoro is awesome. There are two wings of the pirate, of the future Pirate King. So no need to get toxic about anything. A little friendly rivalry is fun and all, but no need to get excessively toxic and ruin other people's lives. I'm a Zoro fan, Straw Hat Andy is a Sanji fan, and we get along quite well. So yeah,
Zelo
just
is
that.
Zelo is victim of mob mentality, being a Zoro fan.
Okay. See, we get along quite well.
So
Yeah, so I think that's that.
So
We'll
with
see you
this,
in the
we'd
next
like
one.
to end our podcast. Okay, guys. So like if you like the video, subscribe if you want to get
Subscribe,
notified.
subscribe to Stroy and Andy. Check
And
my channel out.
Zelo analysis and theories. I
Yeah, thank you
will
so much.
drop
Yeah.
a drop a link in the description. And have a good day.
Yep. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.